What the heck happened to Italy? Seriously, I've been living here for 20 years and even I'm asking that question. It used to feel like this slightly chaotic dream, romantic, charming, and full of little surprises. But now, post-COVID Italy feels different. Prices are higher than ever, crowds bigger than ever, and in some places, it doesn't even feel like the same country I moved to all those years ago. What used to feel authentic and lived in now feels packaged and polished, like a theme park running on espresso. And later, I'll tell you about that exact time that I realized Italy had really changed. Because it wasn't a headline or statistic. It was one ridiculous moment that made me stop in my tracks and think to myself, yeah, this isn't the Italy I once knew. I'm not here to give you some sugar-coated travel brochure talk. I've spent 2 decades watching Italy shift. The good, the bad, and the hilarious in between. And I want you to see what's actually happening here on the ground. If you're planning on visiting soon, this is the Italy you're going to get. Tourism is back stronger than before. Italy hit pause during COVID. Venice's canals cleared, Florence was quiet, and Rome, it felt local again. But when travel reopened, revenge tourism slammed in. More people, more Airbnbs, more menus in English. So now places like Rome and Florence feel like Venice on steroids. You used to get lost wandering Venice. Now you just get bumped into. And get this, one of the newest things in Florence isn't just more tour groups, it's golf carts. Yeah, golf carts, packed with half-interested tourists, a driver whizzing them past historic sites while playing a pre-recorded description of the places. Golf cart. One morning I was on my way to the dentist and I stopped to admire the Duomo. I mean, even after 20 years, that place still blows me away. And I'm standing there looking up at it, and next to me pulls up a golf cart with 6 or 5 tourists in it and a scratchy speaker playing out some description of how Brunelleschi built the dome. And I thought to myself, WTF, Italy? This is Florence, not Disney World. Though these things have been brewing up in Gregor Brown's noggin for some time, it was one of your comments that actually triggered me to make this video. I'll get to that comment soon, stick with me. Housing crisis for locals. I used to know my neighbors, families, shop owners, older couples. But Airbnb has turned apartments into cash machines. Housing dried up, rents exploded, and locals moved out of the city centers. So if you're staying in an historic neighborhood, you're often surrounded by tourists, not Italians. If your neighbor is Airbnb, you're not living in a home, you're living in an ATM. Prices exploded. You know, when even the smallest churches are charging for entry, Italy has turned into business class tourism. Coffees that used to be €1 or €2 are now 5 to 7. Museum entry at those places with the famous paintings, prices are doubled. Hotels in the summertime, 400 is the new norm for the city centers. But cities justify this as tourists will pay. So now, everywhere you go, it feels like just to breathe, you have to swipe your credit card. Yeah, the vibe shift. Italy's charm used to be a mix of visitors and locals, but those family-run stores replaced with souvenir shops. Cafes don't even recognize their locals, and entire streets feel like they're designed for Instagram, not Italians. So the Italy I fell in love with, yeah, it's still here, but you have to look harder to find it. Florence used to be charming, but now it feels like someone built the Disneyland version of it. If you think this is all doom and gloom, stick with me. I have some positive news towards the end. Locals are pushing back. Taxes on tourists have gone up all across the country. You know, those city taxes you have to pay when you check out of a hotel, per person, per night, paid in cash. Florence has banned all new short-term rentals. Protests are happening all across Europe, from Barcelona to Venice. But you know, when people are out protesting in the street, spraying tourists with water guns, it's really happening. The frustration is boiling over. So, it's clear, it's not just in your head. You'll see signs plastered about, things like Yankee go home. Italy has changed, and the Italians feel it too. So what triggered me to make this video? A lot, to be honest. Maybe it was that something my friend said about 4 or 5 years ago. What she said stuck in my head. But then it was recently, one of your comments on my videos. Let me just pull it up from @19dm91. As an Italian, I think our country is the best in just 2 conditions. If you are a tourist, or you are retired with a lot of money. As a young man, it's like a golden prison which doesn't allow you to realize your potential because everything here is based on promoting the past, not innovation. You know, at this rate, they'll probably put a QR code there at the base of Michelangelo's David so you can tap and tip. If you want more stories like this, well, consider signing up for my email newsletter. I put it out regularly with all sorts of travel tips and hacks. If you want to take it a step further, consider becoming a member here on the YouTube channel. Just click the button right down below. Or become a patron. Yes, I have a Patreon now. You get early bird viewing on my videos, plus all sorts of other goodies. Plus, the good feeling of supporting me. Thank you very much. And do you remember earlier when I said I'd share with you the moment it hit me that Italy has changed? It wasn't that golf cart morning when I was looking up at the Duomo, although that one hit pretty hard. It was recently when I was looking for a hotel in Rome. Not during peak season, just a place to stay near the Termini train station. Nothing luxurious, no boutique stay. I just needed a basic hotel with a receptionist, a place where I could store my bag when I wasn't there. The price, minimum, when I was searching around, €200. That's when it hit me. Italy, the place where you used to be able to find the bargain, the place where you used to be able to stumble into a basic pensione and still feel like you're living la dolce vita, that Italy has changed. More and more, it feels like the industry is trying to squeeze out every last little drop from the tourist. We talked about the vibe shift, how souvenir shops are replacing family-run stores. But what if I told you there still exists that magical side of Italy, places tourists never even make it to, where the food's cheaper, the coffee's stronger, and locals still outnumber selfie sticks. So watch this video next. Rome is overrated, where I'd go instead. I'll take you to a few places you've probably never heard of, but trust me, you'll want to. Watch it there next. I mean, what the f***? Golf carts?